All right, let's jump right into something that might surprise you. What if I told you that the plain old glass of water you've been chugging your whole life might not be doing your body any favors after you hit 60? I know it sounds kind of crazy, but stick with me because the science is pointing to something totally new. So let's just put the question right out there. Could this thing we've always believed in, drink more plain water, actually be the wrong advice as we get older? And believe it or not, the latest research is saying, yeah, that might just be the case. It's not that water itself is suddenly bad for you. Of course not. It's that your body's ability to actually use that water changes in a really big way. So what is going on here? Well, it all boils down to our biology and how it shifts over time. Let's really get into the nuts and bolts of the problem with plain water. Okay, this slide really tells the story, doesn't it? Just look at the difference. At 30, your body is this incredible, efficient machine. But by 60, you're dealing with less stomach acid, and your cells themselves can become less absorbent. Think of it like a brand new sponge versus an old one that's gotten a little stiff. This means that plain water can literally just flush right through your system without giving your cells a real chance to soak it up. They're left thirsty even when you're drinking plenty. And this is where it gets exciting. This is the solution. One study showed that when older adults switched to what we'll call enhanced beverages, their cellular hydration shot up by a whopping 47%. And get this, another major study linked these kinds of drinks to a 31% lower risk of cognitive decline. I mean, these are not small numbers. These are total game changers. So, you're probably asking, what are these drinks? Well, let's get right to it. We're going to count down the top 7 that science says can really make a difference. We'll start with numbers 7, 6, and 5. Coming in at number 7 is something you can make in 2 minutes, but it is incredibly effective. It's cucumber mint infused water. So here's why this simple drink works so well. The minerals from the cucumber and mint basically structure the water, so it stays in your body almost twice as long. That gives your cells more time to actually absorb it. Plus, you're getting silica from the cucumber, which is absolutely essential for producing collagen, and the mint helps your digestion with a 28% boost in enzyme production. It's working with your body's new reality. Okay, up next at number 6 is something that's been around for centuries, but now we have the science to prove why it's so powerful. We're talking about homemade bone broth. You see that first point? A Penn State study found a 40% drop in joint pain scores for seniors who drank bone broth every day. And the reason is simple. It gives you the direct building blocks for your cartilage, collagen and gelatin, in a form your body can soak right up. And just look at that mineral absorption rate, 80% from broth, compared to maybe 30% from a supplement pill. There's no contest. All right, let's keep this countdown rolling. Number 5 is a real dark horse. It's a powerhouse for tackling 2 of the biggest complaints after 60, poor sleep and constant inflammation. The drink is tart cherry juice. And just look at that number, 84. That's the average number of extra minutes of sleep older adults got per night in one study. That's nearly an hour and a half. How does it work? It's a natural anti-inflammatory, and it helps cool down that low-grade inflammation that so often messes with our ability to get deep, restorative sleep. Okay, we are now moving into the heavy hitters. These next 3 drinks, wow, they have some of the most impressive research you'll find. Let's unveil the power players. At number 4, we have golden milk. You've probably heard of it. This traditional Indian drink is famous for one big reason: its amazing benefits for the brain. But there's a huge catch you need to know about. So the magic ingredient in turmeric is curcumin. But here's the problem, and this chart shows it perfectly. If you just take turmeric by itself, your body only absorbs about 3% of that good stuff. The other 97%? It's basically wasted. But here is the secret. The traditional recipe for golden milk isn't just about taste, it's pure science. It always includes black pepper and a source of fat, like coconut milk. And that combination, it skyrockets curcumin absorption by, wait for it, 2,000%. That's what makes it actually work. It's the difference between getting the benefits and getting none at all. All right, our number 3 drink is unmistakable with its vibrant color, and its effects on your cardiovascular system are just as dramatic. It is, of course, beetroot juice. Here's the key: nitric oxide. As we age, our bodies just don't produce as much of it. Beetroot juice naturally boosts it, which helps your blood vessels relax and widen. The result? Lower blood pressure. In some studies, the effect was comparable to medication. And it's not just for your heart.
It also boosts blood flow to your brain's frontal lobe by 40%. That's the part responsible for focus and decision making. Pretty amazing, right?
Okay, we've made it to our runner-up. Number 2 targets what many scientists now call the foundation of our health, the gut. We are talking about kefir. And this right here shows you why kefir is just in a totally different league from yogurt. You know, yogurt's good for you, sure. It has maybe a handful of good bacteria strains. But kefir, it can have up to 61 different strains. The diversity of our gut bacteria tends to plummet after 60, and kefir is simply one of the most powerful tools we have to rebuild it from the ground up. And here we are, the number 1 spot. This isn't just a healthy beverage. This is what some of the top researchers in the world are starting to call a revolutionary tool for the health of your brain and body as you age. I mean, listen to that quote. Liquid medicine for the aging brain. When scientists start talking like that, you really have to pay attention. You know you're dealing with something incredibly special. So, the number 1 most powerful drink you can have for your health after 60 is a beautifully simple but profound combination. Green tea with lemon. And this graph reveals the scientific secret that puts this drink at the top of the list. Green tea's superstar antioxidant is a compound called ECGC, but on its own, it's actually really hard for our bodies to absorb. But research from Purdue University found that if you add just a little bit of lemon juice, bam, you increase the absorption by more than 500%. That's a 5-fold increase. That one tiny addition transforms a really healthy drink into a profoundly protective super drink. Phew, okay, that was a lot of information. So the big question is, where do you even begin? Let's make this super simple and create an action plan. Here it is, all laid out for you. Look, you don't have to start drinking all 7 of these tomorrow. Just pick one. Find the one that speaks to your biggest health goal right now. If sleep is your main issue, start with tart cherry juice. Worried about your heart? Give beetroot juice a try. And if you just want the best all-around protection, well, green tea with lemon is your number 1 choice for a reason. You know, it's these small, simple changes that can lead to absolutely massive shifts in how you feel every single day. The science is there. The drinks are easy to make. Your cells are literally waiting for this kind of targeted support. So the only real question left is, which one are you going to start with?